So here you have a rectangular prism and a cylinder. Let's talk about how to find the volume of a rectangular prism. The first thing that you would need to do is find the length multiplied by the width and multiplied by the height. So the volume of a rectangular prism is the length times the width times the height. We ready?
Restart.
Now suppose I wanted to find the volume of this cylinder. Let's see, I know that the cylinder has a circular base and the height. So if I wanted to find the volume of this cylinder, I would take the pi r squared, which is the area of the base, pi r squared, area of the base, multiplied by the height of the cylinder. Now suppose I told you that there's actually one formula that you can use for all prisms, and it's this right here. The volume of any prism equals capital B, which stands for the area of the base, multiplied by the height. So the capital B stands for the area of the base. All right, so let's get started. So really, our lesson today is not necessarily about prisms or cylinders, but more so about pyramids and cones. So today we are going to take a pyramid, has the same size base as this prism, and it just so happens to be the same height as this prism. We are going to look at this. Remember the formula for finding the volume of a prism? The area of the base times the height is the volume. And we're going to see if we can derive a formula for finding the volume of a pyramid. So let's try. So I noticed that when I fill my pyramid up, so I'm going to mark where that goes. That's about right here. I'm going to put another whole pyramid full of water into my prism. And that goes to right here. And then I'm going to fill it one more time. Whoa, I'm spilling some on the table. So I notice that the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 of the volume of a prism, as long as they have the same base and height. So the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base multiplied by the height. So this is the volume of a pyramid. Now, what do you think would happen for a cone? Let's see. I need a towel. Okay, so here I have a cylinder, and inside of it I have a cone. So I am going to see if we can derive the formula for the volume of a cone based off of this cylinder. So we're going to do the same exact thing. Remember that the formula for the volume of a cone is that the area of the volume equals the area of the base times the height, or since a cylinder has a circular base, the volume is pi r squared h. So let's see what we get when we use this cone. One, two, three. So just like the pyramid and the rectangular prism, the volume of a cone is 1/3, the volume of a cone is 1/3 times pi r squared times h, or using that general formula that works for all prisms, the volume of a cone is 1/3 times the area of the base, that's a circle, times the height. All right? Great. So remember, for our formulas, the volume of a rectangular prism is the length times the width times the height. However, you could use the general formula that says the volume of all prisms is the area of the base times the height. I have a cylinder. Remember that the volume of a cylinder is the same thing as pi r squared times h, pi r squared being the area of the base. But remember, you could use the general formula, which says that the volume of all prisms and cylinders equals the area of the base, which is a circle, times the height. We also have the volume of a cone. Remember the formula for the volume of a cone, 1/3 pi r squared. The volume of a pyramid, 1/3 times the area of the base times the height of the pyramid. And lastly is a sphere. A sphere is just a three-dimensional circular shape like a basketball, or in this case an orange. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Make sure you have these formulas written down in your notes.